Opinions expressed in the following sponsored program are not necessarily those of KSCO Radio, its staff, management, or advertisers. If something is said with which you disagree, please call us during the program in order to help us balance comment.
Good evening and welcome to Off the Lip, the show about surfing and skateboarding. If you'd like to join the show tonight, give us a call at 831-479-1080. That's 831-479-1080. And now, here are your hosts for tonight's program, Neil Pearlberg and Terry Campion.
Good evening and welcome to another Off the Lip radio show broadcasting from Santa Cruz, California. Very controversial show tonight. I'm not sure there's much controversy, but we're about to find out. In studio with us, as we take on the task of discussing Opal Cliffs Recreation District and Privates Gate with Mark Massara, General Counsel and Vice President of Social Responsibility at O'Neill, lead attorney for Surf Friday, who was first in the news in the case against Sun Microsystems, co-founder Vino Kosler, and now who is representing the Opal Cliffs Recreation District. As we've all heard in the news, TC, right? This is your neck of the woods.
Indeed it is.
Right?
Right. My family's had a home there for 50 years in the Opal Cliffs Recreation District.
Okay. And all of a sudden, it seemed like, a couple weeks ago, that the Coastal Commission came riding into town in their Sherman tank and decided to lay down, out of the blue, it seemed like, a ruling to remove the gate and have it as a public access beach.
Right. And I think it's great having Mark here because I personally live in the neighborhood and I'm kind of confused by the whole thing.
Right.
So it'd be good to be enlightened by it all because the paper to me kind of makes the district look like bad guys.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's the case.
Okay.
And I we'll talk more about that, but I think this is great radio. There's controversy involved. There's some heated emotions involved, and I think that there's been some misinterpretation of what the Coastal Commission is really talking about.
And it affects, those who surf private beach. As Mark said to me before, it's not the same as Malibu, correct? It's not the same as other beaches or other situations along the coast of California. Opal Cliffs Park District is its own entity.
That's right. I mean, initially, Neil, TC, thank you guys for having me.
Of course.
This is a real privilege to be able to explain the background and hopefully educate people a little bit on Opal Cliffs Park, the Opal Cliffs Recreation District, and their efforts to collaborate to resolve Coastal Commission concerns about the public access programs at Opal Cliffs Beach and Park. It's this amazing bit of history that spans 75 years and one of the longest, most successful public beach access management programs in the entire state of California. Not to mention the fact that it's summer, there's South Swell, we're in Santa Cruz. I'm pumped to be here. This is an awesome opportunity.
It's good to see you. Can you when did you come into play? When did this first, hit the news hit your desk, and what did you do about it?
Well, last summer, I began to speak with the guys at the district. The district itself, despite the fact that it was formed in the 1940s, is a lawful California special district, operates pursuant to California law, is overseen by a state agency called LAFCO, the Local Agency Formation Commission. There are literally thousands of special districts and park districts in California. Last summer, the Coastal Commission asked the park district to complete a permitting process that had been continued from 2009. So I met immediately with Coastal staff to hear their concerns, and then wrote to them in July of 2015 that the district was excited and anxious to resolve their concerns and was prepared to do so within 30 days. unfortunately, it took Coastal Commission staff for a variety of reasons. They've got administrative issues related to their operations and the firing of the executive director and a whole lot of other stuff that's been going on over the course of the last year. Suffice it to say, it took them 11 months to respond to the district's invitation. And on June 7th of 2016, they sent the district a letter out of the blue ordering them to destroy the infrastructure of the park, infrastructure that they had previously approved in past decades, and threaten the district with $11,000 a day fines if they didn't immediately comply.
Can you interject? What is the history of the Coastal Commission approvals of the Opal Cliffs Recreation of the park, including the gate and fence and fees? Can you give us a little bit of history of that?
Yeah, this is really fascinating
Right.
because of all of the misinformation that has been generated by this case. And frankly, some of my friends at the Coastal Commission have repeatedly misidentified Opal Cliffs Park in the press and on TV, first by calling it privates, which is, in my opinion, derogatory slang designed to prejudice the reader and the viewer regarding Opal Cliffs Park. And second, by consistently and repeatedly calling it a private beach, when the Coastal Commission's own past permits and staff analysis for the park refer to it repeatedly as a public park. And in fact, anybody can go, and anyone is invited to go to Opal Cliffs Park. And it's been that way for decades.
Right.
So, aside from all the misinformation, there's a long history of very interesting permitting, analysis, and approvals and certifications for operations by the district at the park by the Coastal Commission.
Right. It's $100 to get a key for a key or pass to get into the gate. Okay. Is there any difference between what's in between that and this park pass, this vehicle day use park pass, or Golden Poppy annual pass I have here from the state?
Well, I'll tell you one big difference. I have the state park pass
Right.
as well, and just like hundreds of people have the Opal Cliffs key card. The difference is that the Opal Cliffs key card has been approved by the Coastal Commission pursuant to a coastal development permit issued in 1992. As far as I know, State Parks has never received a coastal development permit for their $200 plus annual pass.
Right.
That's the big difference.
Doesn't that seem like it's kind of end of story right there?
Well, this gets really interesting. So, just in a nutshell, and frankly, I do have some great breaking news that I want to let you know about. But wait
a minute, you got great breaking news on the Off the Lip radio show?
Yeah,
We never have breaking news.
No, this is big. This is big. But first, it's important that people understand that even though the district has operated since the 1940s, in 1981. The Coastal Commission approved the fence, the gate, and the key card access program
Right.
for the district. Thereafter, in 1991, the Coastal Commission issued a coastal development permit and required the district to file a deed restriction that's recorded against the property that outlines the public access program, the key card entry, the gate and the fence, and the operations for the whole park. The district thereafter worked for 20 years operating the park in reliance on that permit. Now, as of last week, the Coastal Commission is taking the position that the senior staff person by the name of Les Sternad, he's actually well known in this area for his many years of service and as a senior staffer at the Coastal Commission, still lives in Monterey. They're taking the position that Les, who was the chief of permits of all things, was not authorized to issue that permit. So coastal staff, from a legal perspective, is repudiating their own issuance of the permit, which is an unprecedented and novel legal theory that contravenes 40 years of attorney general representation on what coastal development permits are. Namely, it's a contract between the Coastal Commission representing the public and the applicant, the property owner. And when you get the permit, both sides are entitled to rely on that permit. You can't have somebody rely on the permit for 20 years and then go, oh, by the way, that guy wasn't authorized to issue that. We just discovered this, and so none of this permit is valid, and we don't like the way you're operating, and tear down the gate. That represents a dramatic 180 degrees reversal in our long history of collaborating with them. And while the district is committed to working not just with the Coastal Commission, but with the Santa Cruz County Sheriff, the county administrators, the county council, the Department of Parks and Rec, and all of the groups and neighbors that love this beach. I mean, this place is beloved in this community and region for being a family-friendly, safe park. And the district is unwilling to walk away from all that.
Did I miss something? Did the guy who issued the permit was a permit issuer?
He was the chief of permits.
But he wasn't authorized to issue a permit?
That's the position that we're
saying.
apparently now
Kind of
faced with.
foggy a little bit, you know?
What, have the Coastal Commission
They've never taken that
have the
position
Coastal
before.
Commission looked into the future, what may happen with, I'm going to say privates, or okay, I'm going to say privates just for the sake of it. If that gate is taken away, have they looked at it, and what's going to happen if there is no gate there, and the neighborhood?
Well, they've been forced to confront it because Santa Cruz County Sheriff Jim Hart sent them a letter.
Do you have that letter? You have that letter?
Oh, I sure do.
Yeah. Can you read? Can you read the meat and potatoes of it?
Well, I'll tell you, it goes on, and it states in no uncertain terms.
And Jim Hart is just tell everyone the audience who Jim Hart is.
Jim Hart is the sheriff coroner for the county of Santa Cruz. He's also a guy that's really committed to protecting coastal resources and maximizing beach access. But he's also the fellow that has to deal with the aftermath and pick up the pieces on beaches like Sunny Cove, where there's persistent criminal activity related to the fact that there's inadequate resources with the county and state parks to be able to police these parks. Right. And so the sheriff's concern is, if you just rip out the infrastructure, who's going to operate the park? And by default,
and who's going to safeguard the park?
It's an unfunded mandate. So the Coastal Commission says, rip out the infrastructure, make the park free. And the sheriff is holding up his hand going, wait a second, that means I have to do all the work with no funding or resources to maintain and take care of this place. Right. Something that, ironically, the district has done with great success for 75 years.
Right.
It's interesting because to me, the beaches that have the most problem in this county are the ones that you can't drive a car on. If you think about it, the county and the sheriff,
they can't patrol.
They can't patrol without getting out of their vehicle.
Right.
And it's a classic
one of the
example.
things that the sheriff points out at Opal Cliffs Park is there'll be no way for his deputies to be able to see what's going on either on the beach or in the park because of the tree cover.
Well, like I said earlier, I have a friend whose house looks directly onto the beach, directly. And he said to me, when the girl screams, who's going to go down there?
That's a good question.
The public safety issues and the financial sustainability for the future of the park have been to date ignored by coastal staff.
Right.
Rightly so from their perspective. They're concerned about maximizing public beach access, which is the same mission and goal of the district. Okay. But they've been unwilling to consider the public safety concerns or how the park will be managed in the future.
Okay. Before we go to commercial, I'm going to take this one call. This is Paul from, is this SoCal, Paul?
Yep, Paul from SoCal.
How you doing, buddy?
Good.
You want to chime in on this?
I'm sorry, repeat?
Do you want to chime in on this?
Yeah, for sure. I lived here all my life, and I actually support the gate private up there for numerous reasons. One, it's our last seclusion area for locals to go. The cost to keep it up there, helps out with maintenance. Having folks come out there and help out with folks coming down the cliff, whatever. When you open that gate up, you're opening Pandora's box. Do you really think our sheriff's department has the time and the resources to manage that?
Probably not.
No, not at all. So keep the gate up there, whatever it takes. I think that the Coastal Commission kind of has their hands in too many pots around here in our county and up and down the state of California. So, if whatever it takes, yeah, I support the gate.
Thanks, Paul.
And also, too, we support the skate park. You know, being an average skater from Michigan, we'd love to see a skate park in the city of Capitola.
Thanks for calling, Paul. I really do appreciate it. Appreciate it, man.
Double call.
Yeah, double call. Before we go to commercial, this portion show is brought to you by Santa Cruz Waves. A new hat. See me?
Look at you.
Look, I got the Santa Cruz Waves gear on. Now, if you need any Santa Cruz Waves stuff, head over to waveswear.com. I'll stop by the shop at 3912 Portola Drive, right in Suda parking lot right there. Mention the Off the Air Radio Show, and you get 15% off your purchase and receive a free sticker with every purchase. This portion show is brought to you by Britannia Arms, located in the beach in the heart of Capitola Village. I watched the final the other day, TC, the Euro final. It was full of fun. Enjoy the feel of a traditional English pub, or pull up to a table outside on their dog-friendly patio. Enjoy the extensive menu of traditional pub grub and delicious beers on draft. Your host, Andy, is open 7 days a week. Just pop on down and see him at the Britannia Arms in Capitola. This is Neil and TC with Mark Massara. We'll be right back after this very short break. Don't go away.
Would you like more passion, connection, and deeper intimacy? After 8 years, the mother and daughter-owned Pure Pleasure adult store has just moved, and we invite you to their newer, bigger, better location at 111 Cooper Street in downtown Santa Cruz. Check out their high-quality adult toys and sex education classes in a warm and welcoming environment, or from the privacy of your own home at purepleasureshop.com. Use coupon code DATINGGAME, all caps, for 15% off of your next order. Pure Pleasure, for the pleasure inside us all.
Hey, Luigi.
Hey, Neil. How's it going, man?
Not good, man. Once again, I got a big problem with my computer.
What's going on?
It's not working.
What's it doing?
Blue screen of death.
Okay.
It's all going on. It's not working.
Sounds like that's perfect for a free diagnosis. You could drop off your computer with us for about 24 hours, and we'll take a look at it, and it doesn't cost you a thing.
Perfect. It's free?
It's free, yeah, and we do it by the job, not by the hour, so you don't have to worry about us charging you for up the hours, even as long as it takes us to diagnose it.
When am I going to get the thing back? How long is it going to be for you to fix it?
Usually our turnaround time is about 2 to 3 days, and you know what? If we go through the whole machine and for some reason we just can't fix it, you're not going to pay.
Okay, here it is. It's all yours.
Pleasure Point Computers at the corner of 41st and Portola in the Suda parking lot. Open 10 to 5 Monday through Friday and Saturday 10 to 3. Find us on the web at pleasurepointcomputers.com.
Good morning, Santa Cruz. Hi, it's Julie from Hood of Santa Cruz. And I understand that you guys are sick of my ad. Well, guess what? So am I. So they drugged me down here to make a new one. And I'm supposed to tell you how great our dealership is. Why? Because it is. We're selling cars like crazy. New Tacoma, the 4Runner. We have over 500 new cars in stock. What else do you want me to tell them? How cute I look right now? We are the proud sponsors of Off the Lip. We've been their sponsors since day one. We appreciate all the business from the skateboard and surf community in Santa Cruz, and I am always here for you guys. Anytime you need something, just come to the dealership. Ask for me. I'm in the fish tank on the showroom. Can't miss me. I'll make sure you get a sweet deal. My name is Julie Frigoli, General Sales Manager at Toyota of Santa Cruz. Highway 1 at 41st Avenue in Capitola.
And we're back with the Off the Lip Radio Show right here on KSCO. We're discussing the latest on Opal Cliffs Recreation District on the subject of Private's Gate. Not Watergate, Private's Gate. Here with, as I said, Mr. Mark Massara, who has got his finger on the pulse as he is the attorney representing the Opal Cliffs Park District. There's a petition out there, Mark, correct? And people can sign it if they are opposing the Coastal Commission's...
Yeah, the district really wants to encourage people who care about and cherish the park to get involved and assist the district in working with not only the Coastal Commission, but all of the relevant and interested agencies. And the way you can do that is by going by Opal Cliffs Park and signing the petitions. Thousands of people have already, and I just want to urge people that want to get involved to do so, and you can start by signing the petition.
Okay. Go TC.
Well, I just was hoping maybe you can clear up, because there's always been this, you buy a key pass for privates, or for the Opal Cliffs Park, as some people like to call it. Generally through Freeline Design, I think, is the main gateway to get that. But how's that money get split up? That was kind of I know it's maintenance and they hire a kid and.
Yeah, it's true that the district and all of the financials are transparent and online at LAFCO, the Local Agency Formation Commission. They do audits on the district, and the numbers are all there. And what anyone can easily determine is that this is a very small special district that encompasses basically this neighborhood, several hundred homes. It is an all-volunteer board, and all of the money raised through the annual key cards are used for the maintenance and operations of the park, which have long included trash and landscaping, maintenance of the stairway, and during the summer, employment of young men and women, generally high school-aged kids, that help people with their coolers and surfboards,
Right.
And getting through the gate and loading cars and getting stuff down to the beach. It's really a cool program. It's not free, but it employs high school-aged kids, and they love it. And unfortunately, the coastal staff has consistently referred to those ambassadors as guards. And so we've tried to work to educate.
I saw the word bodyguard somewhere.
We've tried to work to educate the coastal staff about how cool of a program the ambassadors and the assistants are. And as part of that, we have what I would call breaking news, and that is, even though it's been discussed since 2009, and has been reviewed and recommended for approval by coastal staff, the district has authorized initiation of a low-cost day use access program that will start tomorrow, and anyone can have day use access for $5.
And you can buy that. You can get that where? Freeline?
You can get that at Freeline, or approach the gate directly anytime there's an ambassador there.
Okay.
You can buy a day pass at Freeline and use it anytime you want.
So
you
shouldn't
don't
that
have to use it the same day.
Shouldn't that really all of a sudden take care of the problem here?
Well, we're going further. The district is put together and launched a website. It's opalcliffspark.com. opalcliffspark.org. And all of the interim access program will be outlined there on the website, so that anybody can figure it out and take advantage of the park. This addresses a persistent concern that the Coastal Commission first raised in 2009, that the district should offer a variety of access opportunities. Okay. So if a person can't afford the annual pass, then they still want to go there for the day. This is something that we offered to do last summer, and that Coastal still has not formally approved. So what the district has authorized is an interim program for the rest of the summer, or until we can get collaboration through the Coastal Commission to be able to just go ahead and offer the day access program.
So is this approved then by the Coastal Commission, the $5 access program?
No.
Okay, so you can't go tomorrow and buy a
Yes, you can.
Oh, you can.
The district we've been working with the county on this, and we've got a very explicit set of rules related to the interim day access program that are based on the Coastal Commission's own recommendations that they found Coastal Act consistency with in 2009, And our persistent inability to conclude this process with them has led the district, with our work with the county, to decide that we just really need to go ahead and do this. I mean, this is going to be the second summer in a row that there's a potential for having lost the day access opportunities if we just don't go ahead and do it.
So once again, starting tomorrow, you can buy a key a pass for $5 at Freeline.
Yep.
This is the breaking news.
Breaking news.
Or at the gate. That's the solution right there.
So it's a day pass just like any park.
Right.
You know, Mark, I have a curious thing I wanted to bring up is if there wasn't stairs down to the rocks, this would probably not even be a case, right?
Well,
because it's the only access. If you're talking about beach access, there is no beach access.
The interesting part about what's going on here is that the stairs were the original inspiration for the gate and the fence in the first place, because for folks that have lived in the neighborhood a long time, and even the sheriff pointed this out, is that before there was security there, what people would do is go down and build bonfires on the beach, and they were prying
using the stairs,
up the planks from the stairs for the fires.
Right.
And so nobody wants a repeat of that. And one of the things that we're trying to prevent is the loss of the public access way.
Because exactly. That was what I was going to bring up. This is something that we've talked about in the neighborhood. Is like, okay, well, if they do that, let's just take our stairs.
Yeah, remove the stairs.
Because who bought the stairs to begin with, and who's been maintaining the stairs? And it's like almost like, I mean, it's bad. It's like, I'm going to take my ball.
Right.
You know, forget you.
Yeah.
You know, I can't play on your court. I got the ball.
Right.
And then it's like game over and everybody loses. But I just feel like that's interesting because the Coastal Commission and the county has not spent a penny on these stairs.
Well, just to correct you, the state of California taxpayers do have an investment in the stairs. And that's part of the Coastal Commission's legitimate concern about having maximum public access. And so the district has received grants from various agencies in California to be able to provide those stairs. Now, the district is maintaining them, but you know, there is a desire on the part of the district to be able to continue to operate the park while providing as much access as they possibly can.
Right. At this time, I want to invite the public to call in right now, 831-479-1080, if you want to chime in on this situation. TC, you and I going to say, you going to say this, or am I going to say this? What's going on with the nudists down there? Where are they going?
Oh, man. Is
there a nudist going to call in tonight?
The naked smash ball?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Where are they going?
I'll just correct you there, though. That's clothing optional enthusiasts.
Clothing optional enthusiasts, the COEs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think that's legal. Is it legal?
As far as I know, it's legal. I mean, it's you try to explain to people that this beach, Opal Cliffs Park, is beloved by both clothing optional folks and families.
Right.
Where else in California on the coast do you have that same dynamic going on?
Everybody knows you go down the stairs,
awesome.
You turn left to take it off, you turn right to keep it on.
If the gate has to come down, what's going to happen? Who's funding the bathrooms? Who's funding the parking? The flashing lights? Who's going to?
Part of this is that if the district were prevented from doing fundraising and the infrastructure was torn out, the district would, for all practical purposes, dissolve. Coastal Commission staff has been hopeful that the county would take over the operation of the park, similar to Pleasure Point, for example. Right. That's been an example that's been used. The county has made explicitly clear that they do not have the resources and have no desire to take over Opal Cliffs Park, that they already have their hands full with existing parks, Sunny Cove, and the rest of it. The the outstanding public Parks and Recreation District in Santa Cruz County has not even one position for monitoring the lawful activities in their parks. So by default, it will all fall on the sheriff to manage and maintain the park. And the sheriff is saying that he doesn't have resources to do this.
Right.
That's the dilemma for the district.
Okay. 831-479-1080 is the phone number to call in tonight. If you have a viewpoint on the gate, whether it should stay or whether it should go. They talked about, you see in the news that the Millionaires Row, Opal Cliffs is turning into, all these expensive houses. But right there, with the breaking news of $5 a day.
Right.
I'm not a millionaire, but I can put up $5. TC, and I know you're
well,
a millionaire.
I wonder if anybody listening remembered the old guy in the early '80s who used to be the gatekeeper. Then
I remember
they had a little chain link fence,
I've heard
and we used to like
harass the guy.
No, we'd be like, "Look over there, squirrel!" And then three of us would jump the fence on the other side, and it was we raised mayhem around there. And then now it's a lot tougher, but it's always been this little gem of the neighborhood.
I'll point out a couple of other things about this $5 day fee. If you look up and down the state of California, it is, per capita, one of the best public access experiences a person can have at the lowest amount of money possible. In Del Mar, for example, parking along the coast is $3 an hour. In state parks, you pay anywhere from $10 to $25 a day.
Yep.
At Paradise Cove in Malibu, it's $30 a day. You pay at 17 Mile Drive and at a variety of other locations up and down the state. And for communities that are trying to, operate pools and parks and other infrastructure, these fees are a fact of life. So the idea is, why aren't we working to make sure that everyone can afford the fees? On the east side of Santa Cruz, there's a heck of a lot of permit parking, and that's a lot more expensive than $5 a day.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, try to park in Capitola for the day.
Right. It's expensive.
Mm-hmm.
You're listening to the Off the Lip Radio Show. This portion of the show is brought to you by Santa Cruz Mountain Brewing, an award-winning local certified organic brewery with 7 flagship ales brewed on premises, along with a handful of widely innovative seasonal beers, hard ciders, drought, root beer, and kombucha, TC.
Love it.
There's something brewing to please everyone there. Visit the Taproom and Beer Garden for good food, organic beers, free Wi-Fi, kid and dog friendly, located in the Swift Street Courtyard in Santa Cruz. We'll be right back. Jenna, if you're hanging on the line here, we'll be right back after this very short break. Don't go away.
This is Brother Timmy.
And Cleo from Cleo's Corner at Pono Hawaiian Grill.
Featuring wraps, teriyaki bowls, plate lunches, amazing and creative salads, vegetarian and gluten-free options, and over 20 different types of poke, all made to order, fast, fresh, and healthy. And what's your favorite, Khalil?
The chicken fingers.
Located at 120 Union Street in downtown Santa Cruz. Call us for takeout at 831-426-PONO or check us out on the web at ponohawaiiangrill.com. We put the ono in Pono. Yee-hoo.
Hi, this is Steve Pereira, the beach guy at Bailey Properties in Santa Cruz, California. My wife Diane and I are experienced realtors who know and live at the beach, and we've been bringing the coast home to you since 1982. We'd love to help you sell or buy your slice of paradise here on the Santa Cruz coast. Please give the beach guy a call at 831-818-7064 or give Mrs. Beach Guy a call at 831-818-5939. Also, please drop into our website at lifesabeach.com and check out our available coastal properties. Remember, no one knows the turf. Near the surf, better. Cowabunga.
And we're back on the Off the Lip Radio Show. Just want to let everyone know, Julie from Toyota is listening tonight.
Oh, I love Julie.
I won't let you know what she said, but she's listening.
I love my Toyota, Julie.
You do?
Yeah, she hooked me up with a great deal, and I love it.
That thing's a sick car.
Nice, brand new 4Runner. It's great. Yeah, that car.
So get down there and see Julie at Toyota of Santa Cruz. On the phone right now, we have Jenna calling. Thanks for hanging on, Jenna. How are you?
I'm great. How are you guys doing?
Good, thank you. Thanks for calling.
Yeah, thanks for having this tonight. I think you guys are going to answer a lot of questions for people, especially all the bickering and bantering that's going on online.
Yeah, there's plenty of that.
Yeah, there sure is. So I'm all for keeping the gate. I've been here for 44 years, and I have a great appreciation for the the area. but I do have a question regarding the fee. So for me, where I live, right off of Opal Cliffs, a couple blocks over on Gladys Avenue,
Right.
We pay a little bit of a different fee to get in for the key.
Okay.
And then the other portion, I believe, has to do with our taxes, on our parcel or our land.
Okay.
So can you explain what the difference is between the $100 key pass and the $50 key pass?
Okay. Thanks for calling, gentlemen. Appreciate it. Hopefully Mark's going to answer your question right now. Thank you.
Well, I hope I don't confuse you even more. Opal Cliffs Recreation District is a special district under California law, and pursuant to their status, they encompass a specific geographic area, and the homes and the residences in that area vote on the board of directors and anything else that the district is empowered to do by bringing items to the voters in the district. Part of the history of this district pre-Proposition 13 is that property taxes related to residences and property within the district were specified for the district's operation of the park. That continues today, but it's insufficient to cover all of the operations. So they couple those property taxes with the annual card key sales, and it's actually been an amazing, sustained program of really family-friendly, successful beach access.
Yeah. It's a program that works, right? And the it's a program that works. Doesn't the Coastal Commission, do they realize that at all? Why are they trying to... I just don't understand why they're trying to...
Well, you know what's an interesting thing about the park also is that there's still access on both sides of the beach.
Well, on low tide, or
yeah.
you can surf in there.
Exactly.
Like state parks, for example, you can literally walk in from the sides and enjoy the park.
Right. Now, there's other gated communities or other gates in Santa Cruz County. There's one at New Brighton, one out there by platforms in Rio Del Mar, one at La Selva Beach. Are they under the same umbrella as privates or not?
Each one of these access ways has to sort of be examined on the facts that are attendant with it and the history of permitting or private property associated with it.
And does this is this in the same realm as Martin's Beach? Is this under the same?
I think it's if I can convey anything in this discussion, I want to make sure that people understand and clarify that the situation at Opal Cliffs Park is dissimilar and in no way resembles Martin's Beach or Lanada Bay, another place in Palos Verdes that's been in the news, or Paradise Cove in Malibu, or any of these other areas where you have malicious private property owners or otherwise that do not possess Coastal Commission approvals and permits for their operations. The distinguishing factor with Opal Cliffs is their long history of working with the Coastal Commission and having these approved permits, which includes the desire of the district today to continue to want to collaborate and resolve whatever concerns coastal staff might have.
The Sentinel story that we read recently, did it mention that they had Coastal Commission permits in place?
Well, it certainly hasn't been covered.
Because
it's been, you get a 2-second soundbite from coastal staff saying, this is a private beach and we're going to rip down the fence.
That's it.
Which really mischaracterizes the whole thing. Opal Cliffs Park is a public park operating pursuant to permits that it obtained from the Coastal Commission.
Okay. I'd like to hear from somebody, 831-479-1080. I'd like to hear from somebody who opposes the gate, who wants the gate to be removed. So if you'd like to call in tonight and join the show, or of course anybody can call in, 831-479-1080. And also, once again, I want to repeat this, the petition that people can go sign is where?
At the park itself.
At the park itself, and just when the the bodyguard slash, high school kid in shorts and flip-flops and a laptop and a book.
The ambassadors are present from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m.
And you can sign the petition there, or
from now every day until after the Labor Day holiday.
Can you go to Freeline and sign it, or is
there may well be petitions in Freeline.
Okay. The park does have hours. Like your key doesn't work after hours.
Oh, it doesn't?
No. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that.
You can't go down there 24 hours a day.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Is that correct, Mark?
I have to confirm that.
Okay.
I don't generally go at night, but sometimes, fishermen do. So.
Do you have a crystal ball, and do you look at the future? Do you have any idea in your head where you think we may be in a year's time in this?
No, I guess I wouldn't want to speculate,
right.
But I do have a 30-year history of working closely with the Coastal Commission and staff, and my sense is that this is not and shouldn't be World War III. I mean, the district has very strong legal claims, but there's an overwhelming desire to want to work with the Coastal Commission, resolve their concerns, and do it in a way that allows the district to survive so that they can continue to operate the park and their mission, fulfill the mission of providing high-quality, maximum beach access for the public.
Yeah. TC?
How long until it's over?
Well,
World War III could be short.
If we had taken this up last summer when we first began these discussions with Coastal and not had this 11-month delay, this could have been resolved already. It's my hope, and I told Coastal staff last week, that if we were just to bring back the permit report and materials that they themselves prepared for the commission in 2009, this could be approved next month. We'll see how the interim day access program works here for the rest of the summer, and then perhaps we'll be able to work with the commission over the winter, tweak that, build some permits around it, and be done with this.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you real quick, just one thing. What's amazing is I live in the district, and today I had lunch with somebody who lives in the district, and we know nothing about this. And so I've learned a lot tonight because I was questioning the legality of it myself, even living in the neighborhood.
Right.
So this is a very interesting
Let's
discussion.
see, TC, what Janet has to say. By the way, you're in deep trouble with Jeff Winterholder, by the way. Oh, yeah. Janet, how are you? Thanks for calling the show.
Hi. I have a couple... Uh-oh.
No, you're there.
I have you on speakerphone, and because I have two questions.
Sure.
And I wrote it down.
Okay, what's your questions?
I haven't been able to pay really close attention, so you might have already answered these.
Okay.
My first one, you kind of alluded to with the hours that the gate is locked, and that
okay.
I was wondering if the gate could remain and just be unlocked during the day and locked at night.
Okay. Thanks for calling. Is that your question, Janet?
The other question is this I don't totally understand if the beach is part of the state park system already, and if not, I was wondering if this is a move by the Coastal Commission to make it part of the state park system so they can charge.
Okay. Thanks for calling.
Use.
We much appreciate it. Mark, can you answer that?
The coastline in the area is county public beach. With respect to the locking of the gate at night and opening in the day, I mean, I suspect anything is possible. The question then becomes, how's the district going to fund the annual maintenance and operations of the park?
Right.
And that's a conversation, frankly, that everyone is welcome to participate in, because, heck, if one person cuts a check of a certain size, then no one has to participate financially.
Right.
Or if 5 people pay a fifth of the annual budget, there's a lot of ways to consider the future, funding and sustainability of the park, but you can't do that in a vacuum. You can't just open the gate because the district has a financial obligation to continue to care for the park.
Maybe O'Neill's should adopt it and call it O'Neill Beach.
Now, that would not be welcomed by the Coastal Commission.
And her idea of having the gate open and lock it at night? of Janet's idea?
Well, that's what we're
Oh, okay,
talking about.
yeah.
We got to raise money somehow.
Literally
So you got to raise money.
Possible, but you've got to figure out a way to fund the park operations.
Okay, hope that takes care of Janet's question. Anybody have any questions out there on Private's Gate? The phone number before we go to commercial is 831-479-1080. 831-479-1080. This portion of the show is brought to you by Santa Cruz Armory, TC. They carry top brands of firearms and accessories for all your shooting needs and hunting. On site, they have a gunsmith that can clean, repair, and restore your firearm. And importantly, if you have a firearm or ammunition at home that you're unsure of, call Santa Cruz Armory and they'll come to you and put your mind at ease. A lifetime family-owned and operated business without the gun shop attitude.
Like it.
I like those guys. Call them up 706-7374 or go to santacruzarmory.com.
Hey, and just real quick,
sure.
During the commercial break,
Yep.
I'm going to show the photo of Privates from 1940.
That's very cool.
When it was a park.
Hanging from your wall.
So anyone listening, you can see it on the live stream, or you can catch it on YouTube later. But we have a photograph of Privates in actual park in 1940, and I'll show that during the break.
We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we tweet, and right now we're streaming live on SantaCruzWaves.com. Neil TC here with Mark Massara. Be right back to finish up the show. Thanks for listening.
This is Numa and Isaac from Aloha Island Grill. Well, summer's right around the corner here in Santa Cruz, and that means one thing. It's time to come get your grind on at the Aloha Island Grill.
Come over to Aloha Island Grill and eat some food.
We're located on the corner of Portola and 17th Avenue, and we've got a beautiful lanai for you to come sit out on. We've got a fine assortment of plate lunch, fresh ahi poke, and other wonderful treats for you to enjoy.
My favorite food at Aloha Island Grill is Kalua Pig.
We've got ice-cold beer and wine for those hot summer days, and try some of our homemade POG, Passion Orange Guava Juice. It's delicious. For to-go orders, give us a call at 479-3299. Find us on the web at alohaislandgrill.com or come on down to 1700 Portola Drive. Aloha Island Grill is a proud member of Think Local First.
Chill Out Cafe on 41st Avenue, Santa Cruz is not just a block from some of the world's best surf, but it is also where you can go relax and order the tastiest grub before and after your sesh. Plump burritos, fresh salads, sky-high sandwiches, and a superb selection of hot and cold drinks. They have something for you. Go to chilloutcafesantacruz.com to view their menu, and to place your order to go, call 831-477-0543. Chill Out Cafe, where they roll the fatties.
And we are back with the Off the Lit Radio Show, finishing up our show with the attorney Mark Massara. I want to thank Mark for taking the time, coming up with breaking news for the Off the Lit Radio Show. For everyone out there also, the breaking news is and was, starting tomorrow, you can buy a $5 pass to get in through the gate at Privates at Freeline Surf Shop, or can you buy them at the gate?
Yes.
So convenient. You can just park the car, grab your surfboard, spend $5, and head out there and enjoy the beach.
And that really does, I think, it makes it for a family who comes from Reno. You know, because I have a business next door to Freeline, and I know that I worked at Freeline for about 7 years when I was a kid. I know a lot about what's going on with it. It makes it affordable for a family from Reno to go down there to Opal Cliffs Park for the day.
Yep.
And to me, that's a game changer. And Mark, I mean, I think that's a great solution to this problem.
The assistance of Freeline Surf Shop in handling the key card and now day access opportunities for the park is a blessing to the district and the entire community. I mean,
Right.
they've been doing this gratis for decades now, and it's actually consistent with the operation of this park by a volunteer board and everyone in the neighborhood being in love with this park and being willing to work together to try to have a really bright future of providing public beach access.
Right.
And on behalf of the district, they'd like to resolve the Coastal Commission's concerns as soon as possible. And the easiest, quickest, most efficient way to make that happen is to bring the 2009 Coastal Staff Report and Analysis that was continued back to the commission for final approval. It includes the $5 a day access program that resolves the concerns about immediate and daily access at low cost to the public to be able to enjoy the park.
Is it $5 per person?
That's what I was going to ask the same question.
Yeah?
It's actually $5 for groups up to 10 people.
Okay.
So it's 50 cents a person.
Yeah.
It's one of the most terrific public beach access
that's a game
deals
changer
in
right
California.
there.
Right there.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not even anything built in for inflation. This
That's
was
very good.
2009 when this was first considered.
Mark, I want to thank you for coming on the show.
No,
you
thank you
cleared
guys.
a lot of it up. There's a lot of people. I was confused. What
Me
the heck's
too.
going on?
Well, Neil, you and I talked about this.
Yeah, we go,
and
what the heck's going on?
We really didn't know what's going on.
Can I just take a minute and talk about upcoming shows?
Yeah.
Next week, Brian Stowe.
Yeah.
Returning to talk about the work he's doing with building in schools. August 2nd, Sam Farr.
We get some big hitters, don't we?
What about Simon Anderson?
I'm telling you. One of my
What
idols.
did he invent?
The 3-fin surfboard. Are you kidding me? Simon Anderson on the Off the Lip radio show.
Uh-huh.
He's a
Coming from
world
Australia.
champion.
Awesome.
Yeah. Also, the Beggar Kings, Rolling
gonna
Stone cover
rock
band.
out that
they are
night.
going to rock this place. Renee Schlepfer, who is the pastor from Twin Lakes Church.
Renee's awesome. Yeah, great
speaker.
guy.
Sean Dollar.
Wow.
Wallace J. Nichols from Blue Mind. The Expendables.
Can't wait. Love
returning.
You see that Capitola show? The biggest show in Capitola
3,000
history.
people in there. Also, another band from over the hill called Camino coming on the show. They're very, very good. So I got packed.
Any Jason Jesse sightings?
Oh, I got to talk to Jason.
Yeah, we're still working on him.
That little bastard's getting away. You know what?
Slippery, I told you.
Slippery little bastard. I'm going to get him.
You Jason Jesse fans, we'll have him
and
soon.
Novak's got to be on here too. So with
Tilton, when Tilton comes on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The surfboard shaper, Tilton.
We've got a lot of guests lined up for the next few months. I'm going to thank Mark again for coming on the show.
Thank you, Mark.
And good luck with this, man.
TC Neil, thank
you.
You
are very patient with the Coastal Commission. Very, very patient.
Well, it's your education in this grows, it seems like, all the time. I mean, you're an expert in it, but you are learning more as this goes on, right?
Oh, I don't mind working on all sides of this stuff. I think these things are nuanced.
Right.
You have to take each one individually.
Okay. TC?
Yes, sir.
You got to say hi to Jeff at North Bay Ford?
Of course, Jeff.
Okay.
I love my van.
Okay, you got to say hi to you got to say hi to Julie.
Hey, listen, I have a Ford I bought from Jeff.
Okay.
I got a Toyota I bought from Julie.
Very good, very good. Now,
are
we going to feed Mark at Star Benny?
We are going to Star Benny.
Okay, we're going to go to Star Benny. Hopefully Mark will join us and we can feed him.
Fantastic.
If you want some great Italian food, you got to head down. They treat us like...
They're great.
Love them down there. They got great food, great service, fun times at Star Benny, right down the street here from KSCO. I want to thank Chris, our engineer. I want to thank the people who call in. I want to thank the guys at Freeline Surf Shop. I want to thank Mark for all the hard work he's doing to keeping privates the way it is. Just leave it alone. Thanks for listening, everybody. The podcast tomorrow is on offthenetradio.com. You can check the show out right now, right after it's over, on YouTube. Go to Off the Net Radio Show /Mark Massara. We'll see you next week with Mr. Brian Stowe.
From Capitola to Carmel, Red Hot News Talk. AM 1080 KSCO Santa Cruz.
Officers killed in the Dallas police shooting ambush.